through today was what is networking? So basically the main resources I used for this room was the video that came with it, and then I just followed along the directions and the read-ins. So for task 1, I read through it and it helped me understand more of what a network is. Like for example, with these 3 devices that Alice, Jim, and Bob are using and talking to each other with creates a network. For task 2, I read through it again and I understand that because Zane and Toby joined in, it created a new type of network where they're all communicating with each other, with Alice being the main messenger because of language barriers. And then I liked this diagram down here because it made more sense on what the internet was, how different networks connected together is what created the internet. And the answers are pretty self-explanatory. It was basically in the read-in. So I really honestly didn't even need to watch the video, but I just wanted to be sure I knew what was going on. And then for this one, through this task right here, task 3, this helped me understand more about IP addresses, how they're made up of the 4 octets, and how each octet is going to be a number between 0 to 255, which I thought was pretty cool. I did not know that. And then I also learned that we moved on to IPv6s because we have way more devices in the world than what we had originally planned. And then most of the questions for this one was pretty self-explanatory as well. They were in the read-in. I also would like to learn more about MAC addresses. Yeah, I don't really know much about MAC addresses. I kind of only knew about IP addresses. And then for this one, the task was pretty simple. Alice was connected to the router, but Bob wasn't. And so all you really had to do was just copy the IP. Where did it go? Sorry, give me a second. Yeah, so basically Alice was connected, but Bob wasn't. So all I did was delete this, copied Alice's, and then pasted it over here. And Bob was now connected. So I really liked that exercise. It was pretty easy to understand. And then for the next one, this one was a little bit more interesting than the last task. I still a little bit hazy on exactly pings, but the task was pretty simple, and most of these questions were, again, in the read-in. So for this task, all you really had to do was just copy and paste the IP, not the parentheses, and then put it up here in the IP address. And then from what I learned, this is the IP address I pinged. And then these are the times in between pings, I believe. And then this is the average time right here. And again, the video helped me understand this more in depth than the read-ins did, but most of the questions and tasks were pretty self-explanatory through the read-ins and the video. And then I went on to Intro to LAN Room, which was pretty interesting as well. I'm really enjoying this website and this class. So far, this is one of my favorite classes. And then my overall rating for this room would be probably a 10 out of 10. It was very easy. It was simple to understand and follow along through. I don't think really any improvements need to be made except for maybe just some more explanation on how to access the VPN and get the machines running. I had a little trouble with that at the very start. But other than that, I would give this room a 10 out of 10.